Attention seniors. If you've been thinking about getting back into motorcycling or trying it for the first time, but assume you can't afford a decent bike on a fixed income, you need to hear this. A hidden world of budget motorcycles specifically perfect for older riders is being completely ignored by motorcycle magazines and dealers who want to sell you expensive machines you don't actually need. The motorcycle industry deliberately steers seniors toward premium bikes costing $20,000 or more because they assume you have retirement savings to spend, when the reality is that some of the best motorcycles for senior riders cost under $4,000 and offer everything you actually need for comfortable, safe riding. In just 10 minutes, I'm going to show you bikes that deliver incredible value, comfort, and reliability that motorcycle publications never review because they don't generate big advertising revenue. And you may not realize until right now that the perfect motorcycle for your needs and budget has been sitting on dealer lots and in classified ads this whole time, completely overlooked by an industry obsessed with expensive performance machines. I'm motorcycle enthusiast and budget expert Sarah Chen, and today I'm revealing the 10 budget motorcycles that seniors absolutely love but nobody talks about. Why these bikes are actually better choices for older riders than expensive alternatives, why dealers don't want to sell them to you, and most importantly, exactly what makes each of these motorcycles perfect for senior riders who want maximum value and enjoyment. So stay with me until the end because I'll share the one budget motorcycle that consistently ranks highest in senior rider satisfaction surveys but costs less than most people spend on car repairs. And if you're watching right now, please hit like so YouTube shows this to other seniors who love motorcycles and comment below. Are you riding on a budget or thinking about getting back into motorcycling? I want to hear your stories. This isn't just about saving money on motorcycle purchases. Seniors are missing out on thousands of hours of riding enjoyment because they believe the motorcycle industry lies that you need expensive, powerful motorcycles to have fun or be safe on the road. If motorcycle manufacturers weren't deliberately steering seniors toward overpriced, overpowered machines that are actually harder and more dangerous to ride, thousands of older Americans would be discovering the joy, freedom, and community that comes from motorcycling on bikes perfectly suited to their actual needs and financial reality. But here's what makes this marketing deception even worse. Many of the budget motorcycles that are perfect for seniors offer better comfort, easier handling, and more practical features than bikes costing 3 times as much. But you'll never see them featured in motorcycle magazines or dealer showrooms because they don't generate the profit margins that fund advertising and sales commissions. I've written with seniors who discovered these hidden gems and went from thinking motorcycling was too expensive or intimidating to riding thousands of miles annually on bikes that cost less than a single month's payment on the premium machines dealers tried to sell them. When you ignore budget motorcycles, you're not just missing out on savings, you're missing out on the riding experience that could transform your retirement years. Part 1. What the motorcycle industry doesn't want seniors to know. The motorcycle industry has created a massive deception targeting seniors that generates billions in unnecessary sales by convincing older riders that they need expensive, powerful motorcycles when budget alternatives would actually provide better riding experiences. Unlike other industries that try to offer value across different price points, motorcycle manufacturers and dealers have systematically eliminated budget options from their marketing and showroom presence because they've discovered that seniors will spend significantly more when convinced that cheap bikes are unsafe or unreliable. The foundation of this deception is something called performance mythology. Motorcycle magazines and dealers constantly promote the idea that more expensive means safer, more reliable, and more enjoyable. They fill their publications with reviews of $20,000 touring bikes and $15,000 cruisers, while completely ignoring motorcycles under $5,000 that offer 90% of the functionality at a fraction of the cost. This creates a false impression that budget motorcycles are somehow inferior or dangerous, when many are actually more appropriate for senior riders than expensive alternatives. Here's how the dealer markup system works against seniors specifically. Motorcycle dealers make much higher profit margins on expensive bikes than budget models. A $20,000 touring bike might generate $4,000 in dealer profit, while a $3,000 standard motorcycle generates only $300. Since dealers know that seniors are more likely to have retirement savings or home equity to spend, they're specifically trained to steer older customers toward expensive machines rather than discussing budget alternatives that would better meet their actual riding needs. The financing manipulation is particularly insidious. Dealers often refuse to finance budget motorcycles, claiming that loans under $10,000 aren't worth processing. This forces seniors who can't pay cash to consider more expensive bikes that qualify for financing, even when budget bikes would be better choices. The reality is that dealers make additional profit from financing arrangements and prefer to sell fewer expensive bikes with financing than many budget bikes for cash. But the most damaging part is the safety mythology that dealers use to justify steering seniors away from budget motorcycles. They'll claim that expensive bikes have better brakes, more advanced suspension, or superior reliability, when the truth is that modern budget motorcycles often use identical components to premium bikes but with less expensive cosmetics and marketing. A $3,000 motorcycle with the same ABS braking system as a $15,000 bike provides identical safety performance, but dealers will never make this comparison because it destroys their profit justification. The insurance cost deception adds another layer of unnecessary expense. Dealers often fail to mention that expensive motorcycles cost dramatically more to insure than budget alternatives. A senior on a fixed income might spend 3 times more on insurance for a $20,000 touring bike compared to a $4,000 standard motorcycle that provides the same riding capability. This insurance cost difference often makes expensive bikes financially impossible for seniors, even when they can afford the purchase price. The maintenance cost hiding is equally calculated. Premium motorcycles often require specialized service, expensive replacement parts, and more frequent maintenance than budget alternatives. Dealers emphasize the initial purchase price differences, but never discuss the lifetime ownership costs that make expensive bikes far more costly over the years when seniors are most likely to be on fixed incomes with limited transportation budgets. Part 3. Why dealers don't want to sell budget motorcycles to seniors. The motorcycle dealership business model is specifically designed to maximize profit per transaction rather than customer satisfaction or appropriate bike selection, creating systematic bias against budget motorcycles that would better serve senior riders but generate less dealer profit. This profit maximization approach has created an industry-wide conspiracy to hide budget options from seniors who would benefit most from them. The commission structure at motorcycle dealerships heavily favors expensive bike sales over budget alternatives. Sales staff typically earn 2 to 4% commission on bike sales, meaning they make $200 selling a $10,000 bike versus $800 selling a $20,000 bike. Since the time investment in selling either bike is roughly the same, salespeople are financially motivated to steer every customer toward the most expensive bike they can afford rather than the most appropriate bike for their needs. The floor plan financing creates additional pressure against budget motorcycle sales. Dealers pay interest on inventory sitting on their showroom floors, and expensive bikes tie up more capital than budget alternatives. However, the profit margins on expensive bikes are high enough to justify the carrying costs, while budget bikes generate such small profits that dealers prefer to use their floor space and capital for more profitable inventory. This financial pressure means budget bikes are often relegated to less visible areas or not stocked at all. The manufacturer incentive programs heavily favor premium bike sales through dealer bonuses, sales contests, and volume discounts that only apply to expensive models. Motorcycle manufacturers offer dealers additional profit through these incentive programs when they sell premium bikes, but rarely provide similar incentives for budget models. This creates systematic bias where dealers make more money selling expensive bikes, both through direct profits and manufacturer bonuses. The service department profit considerations also bias dealers against budget motorcycle sales. Expensive motorcycles typically require more frequent service, use more expensive parts, and generate higher service revenue over their lifetime.
Budget motorcycles are often more reliable and use cheaper parts, generating less ongoing service profit for dealers. Since service departments are major profit centers, dealers prefer to sell bikes that will return customers for expensive service rather than reliable budget bikes that need minimal maintenance. The insurance partnership profits add another layer of bias against budget motorcycles. Many dealers have partnerships with insurance companies and earn referral fees when customers finance insurance through dealer-arranged programs. Expensive motorcycles generate higher insurance premiums and larger referral fees, while budget bikes produce minimal insurance profits. This creates additional financial incentive for dealers to sell expensive bikes even when budget alternatives would better serve customer needs. Part 4. The 10 budget motorcycles seniors absolutely love. Now let's get specific about the actual motorcycles that provide incredible value and perfect features for senior riders but rarely get mentioned in motorcycle magazines or dealer recommendations because they don't generate enough profit or advertising revenue to warrant attention
from the motorcycle media establishment. Number 1 is the Honda CB300F, typically available for $2,500 to $3,500 used. This lightweight standard motorcycle weighs only 348 pounds and offers a comfortable upright riding position that's perfect for seniors with back or neck issues. The single-cylinder engine provides excellent fuel economy of over 60 miles per gallon while delivering enough power for highway riding. The low seat height of 31 inches allows most seniors to put both feet flat on the ground when stopped, providing confidence and stability that heavier cruisers can't match. Honda's legendary reliability means this bike will run for decades with basic maintenance, and parts are available everywhere at reasonable prices. Number 2 is the Yamaha V-Star 250, found used for $1,500 to $2,500. This lightweight cruiser weighs only 324 pounds and offers classic cruiser styling without the excessive weight and expense of larger cruisers. The V-twin engine provides smooth power delivery perfect for new or returning riders, while the low seat height of 27 inches accommodates shorter seniors who struggle with taller bikes. The fuel economy exceeds 50 miles per gallon, making it incredibly economical for retirement budgets, and the simple air-cooled engine requires minimal maintenance. Number 3 is the Suzuki TU250X, available used for $2,000 to $3,000. This retro-styled standard motorcycle combines modern reliability with classic looks that appeal to seniors who remember motorcycles from their younger years. Weighing only 347 pounds with a 31.7-inch seat height, it's accessible to most senior riders with mobility concerns. The fuel-injected single-cylinder engine delivers exceptional reliability and over 60 miles per gallon fuel economy. The upright riding position and comfortable seat make it perfect for all-day riding without fatigue. Number 4 is the Honda Rebel 250, found for $1,200 to $2,500 depending on year and condition. This lightweight cruiser has been Honda's entry-level bike for decades, proving its reliability and value over millions of miles of senior riding. Weighing only 331 pounds with a 26.6-inch seat height, it's one of the most accessible motorcycles for seniors with mobility concerns. The parallel twin engine provides smooth power delivery and excellent fuel economy, while Honda's build quality ensures decades of reliable transportation. Number 5 is the Kawasaki Eliminator 250, available used for $1,500 to $2,500. This sporty cruiser offers more aggressive styling than other budget options while maintaining the lightweight and low seat height that senior riders need. Weighing 357 pounds with a 28-inch seat height, it provides confidence-inspiring handling without intimidating power. The parallel twin engine delivers smooth acceleration and excellent fuel economy while maintaining Kawasaki's reputation for reliability and longevity. Part 5. How to find and evaluate these hidden gems.
The key to finding excellent budget motorcycles is knowing where to look and how to evaluate bikes that dealers and publications ignore, because the best values are often hidden in private sales, smaller dealerships, or overlooked corners of the used motorcycle market where profit-motivated sellers haven't inflated prices. The most productive hunting ground is private party sales through Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and CycleTrader classified ads. Private sellers typically price bikes based on their actual needs rather than maximum profit extraction, often resulting in prices 20 to 40% below dealer retail. Look for seniors selling bikes due to health changes, garage cleanouts, or downsizing moves, as these sellers are often more motivated to price fairly rather than profit-focused flippers or dealers. Learn to identify well-maintained examples by focusing on maintenance records, storage conditions, and owner care rather than cosmetic condition alone. A budget motorcycle with faded paint but complete service records and indoor storage is often a much better purchase than a shiny bike with unknown maintenance history. Ask sellers about oil change intervals, winter storage procedures, and any mechanical work performed. Seniors who maintain their bikes properly often have detailed records and can provide valuable information about the bike's history and condition. Develop relationships with independent motorcycle shops that service budget bikes rather than focusing only on brand dealerships. Independent shops often know about quality budget bikes coming up for sale and can provide honest assessments about which models offer the best value and reliability. These shops typically have lower overhead than dealerships and can provide more objective advice about whether expensive repairs are worthwhile or if you should look for a different bike. Master the art of mechanical inspection even if you're not mechanically inclined. Learn to check basic items like tire condition, chain wear, brake pad thickness, and fluid levels that indicate how well a bike has been maintained. Bring a flashlight and look for signs of regular maintenance like clean oil, properly adjusted controls, and absence of rust or corrosion. A bike that shows evidence of regular care is usually a better purchase than one that appears neglected, regardless of price differences. Understand seasonal pricing patterns that can save you hundreds of dollars on budget motorcycle purchases. Prices typically drop 20 to 30% during fall and winter months, when fewer people are thinking about buying motorcycles. Spring and summer create artificial price inflation as demand increases, so timing your purchase for late fall or winter can provide significant savings that make budget bikes even more affordable for seniors on fixed incomes.